machine. Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now. Wow, there's a heck of a lot of interference and ghosting. It's gonna take a minute or two to lock in. By the way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. I put a clever little program on this holotape that'll scan their network and download anything it finds. If you place it in any terminal down there, it'll do the rest. Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, well, looks like we have a winner.
If any harm comes to
RF wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%, 80%. Emitter spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch. Transmitting in 3, 2, 1. Stay safe, soldier.
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean?
Who are you?
Sean, it's me.
Father,
Yes.
what's going on?
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean.
I don't know you. Go away.
Please, Sean. I'm your father. Talk to me.
Father?
Sure.
Father, help me.
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. He's a prototype. Please try and... Let's start...
Father? That's your name? Title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute.
Just...
I promised answers, but I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined.
Uh-huh.
You have traveled very far. and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, it's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
Bullshit.
Is it? After all the things you've seen and experienced in the Commonwealth? Think about it. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here...
They stole you. Kidnapped you. Wasn't right.
Right, wrong, irrelevant. It was necessary. The Institute believed humanity's future depended on it. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever. So they followed.
So the weird science experiment.
In a manner of... The Institute, plenty of that,
Sure.
even in the... But then, I was... I am their father.
Sean.
It really... I know you must...
So you're in charge?
I am the...
Uh-huh.
The Institute.
They're scared of you, Sean. Scared of the Institute.
People are always frightened by what they don't understand. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Just... what else can I say?
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took it. Institute took him. I won't lie. What else can...
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death...
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
I forget that it's been such a short time for you. I don't have any direct memories. And I've had my entire life to cope with the loss. Has it always been easy? Of course not. But I've done my best to move on and live my life. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. With old age, but I know there's more for us to discuss. The Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. You're present. I've been a part, and now...
You want me to stay here? In the Institute?
Yes, that is what I put.
Right.
The Institute you've been.
Things are pretty...
I've seen it, and it's a lot. We really... Will you take...
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in advanced systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
done.
It's an honor to have you.
Excuse me,
Primary
Doctor.
drive servo.
They weren't kidding. You really are here.
Right.
Well, all right.
Uh-huh.
And Father told us about you. If you don't mind my ask,
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, as you might guess, we maintain and upgrade all of... There's a lot of the work we do. So,
I'm not on board with anything.
no? If you're not planning, then consider having... If there's anything else...
I'm good for now.
Goodbye, then. That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned,
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks
Nothing to report, sir.
Glad you made it. I'm seriously thinking of letting knock some heads together.
We're all looking forward to working with you.
On the targeting package upgrades I asked for. Maybe I should take some courses with me. Send a message.
Doc.
please don't.
So,
There's enough
here you
friction
are.
as it is between
Justin
us
Ayo,
and pretty much
acting
all
director
the
of the
other
Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your... I'm sure you understand.
Stay out of my way, or you'll regret it.
That sounds a bit like a... Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention. Our primary responsibility...
Uh-huh. I'm sure it's best for everyone if the synths remain here.
Certainly. We can't allow the results. Our main instrument coursers, they are highly... But I gather... In fact...
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a courser should be more than a match for any single...
Uh-huh.
I suppose... Now, unless you...
I'm good for now. Thank you.
Very well. If you see any suspicious synth activity, report it immediately. Any new data from the northwest sector? It's been quiet.
Not that I'm aware of.
Let's hope there's some answer.
Subject identified.
And the side effects will likely be more pronounced.
Will there be any pain?
I honestly don't know. I suppose it's urgent. Now hold still.
It's my responsibility to make sure this place runs smooth.
And remember to every single experience.
I hope I'll prove a useful test subject.
think he's actually lost his mind. I can't believe he really expects me to do this. I've always been on board with the Gen 3 program. It makes sense, but this? Nothing good can come from this. How am I supposed to explain to my staff that Sean wants a child synth for no immediately apparent valid line of research? And to base the physical features off records of his own childhood? It defies all logic. No, I can't do this. I won't.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
Hello.
Oh, it's you. You're not authorized to be here.
Actually, I was looking for you.
Me? Why?
I've been sent by the Brotherhood of Steel to find you.
You don't beat around the bush, I'll give you that. I knew it was just a...
Sing it,
I've
brother.
been looking over my shoulder.
I'm only here with good intentions. You have my word.
You're giving me your word, even though we just met? I might not agree. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me.
Yep. Are you happy here?
You'd think being surrounded by cutting-edge laboratory equipment and some of the greatest minds the world's ever known would be enough. Only problem is, what is that?
Uh-huh. The Brotherhood
Needs my help. They seem to have...
The Brotherhood...
Well, tell me something. Why would I pop... What reason?
Sure. Father trusts me, and so should you.
He trusts you because you're family. I'm not. I can't just...
The Brotherhood has always been straight with you.
I am getting a bit tired of all the secrets around here. Sometimes, but still...
Your work could be instrumental.
You really know how to push my... You know, I never understood. All those innocent... Yet we hide... It's not right. I'll make my way back. Tell whoever sent... Now, for the sake... I've been told to install... You're to be given full...
Thank you. I'm sure that'll happen.
Given that the in case this... If nothing else... Speaking of...
I wish I had more time to spend with Quentin.
Not yet.
Hi, Doc.
I wonder how the Warwick family is. So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division. Remarkable. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
I'm sure it's fascinating, but that's not why I'm here.
Of course, I completely understand. Before you go, at least let me give you a brief overview of what we do here. I promise, as the name...
Sure.
To that end, you probably...
Seems like there's nothing you guys can't do.
With hard... I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time.
I doubt it.
It's a big decision. In any case...
You mentioned medical care.
In that case, He's our top... Dr. Volk, you won't find...